Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. But now we get into the heart of the story. So far he's given it a score together of 14. But now how does he get to that 24? Well, you're about to find out. Heart of the story. It's interesting that there are a few heart moments here, but one of them is done twice. It's worth noting that for both King Max and Jules, when they refuse to strike a deal with August, they have help from the wives. And I mean that in a good way. All along I've been laminating that the comic has been either neglecting or mishandling the families of the main characters or fixating on the characters themselves. Here the comic manages to get it right, whereas Max can't marshal much of an argument, though he cuts to the no quick enough. Queen Alicia is there to make the case ace. As for Jules and Barina, they double-teamed August from the get-go. That kind of teamwork happens a lot in marriages, and even if Ian just needed to have the characters get to the no, it's nice to see that Ian went against the grain to some extent and actually showed some family action when and where it counted. The rest of the story may have depended on camaraderie between the heroes and the wary mistrust that's been fermenting between August and Jeff. But this was real, and the comic could use more of it. The lesson, of course, comes too late for Jeff himself. I've waited for years, literally since his character was introduced as a low-rent James Bond, to warm up to him somehow. It never happened, and his creator, Ken Penders, never seemed to be in a hurry to make it happen. Even when Jeffrey eventually tied the knot with Hershey, or when Hershey was pronounced dead rather than have her death depicted in the comic, or when Jeff could have visited the site of Angel Island where his father died in the line of duty, where ferrying the infant Eliza to the royal compound in the Forbidden Zone arc in the Knuckles comic, the writers never gave Jeffrey any heart moments. Duplicitous and untrustworthy, Jeffrey played the natural lackey for August, even if it was all in the service of his own agenda. He could never have been a snivelly clone, nor was he a Norn Rad type. Rad being the inhabitant of the planet Zinla, who sold his soul to Galactus to spare his home world at the cost of becoming the Silver Surfer. Thus, he was doomed to make his way from planet to planet, announcing, "Galactus will be with you momentarily, so let me tell you about the chief specials, the chef specials. He's the chef, and you're the special." The question now is, can Jeffrey break free from August's influence, and at what cost? There have been precious few character deaths in this comic, and far too many death cheats. Should Jeffrey buy the farm, it will prove to be redemptive for Jeff and a fitting punishment for August to become a homeless spirit. It could also represent yet one more blown opportunity for this comic to do the right thing, so I'm not holding out hope. Heart score 8. And when you add 18 into 4, you got about 22. I was wrong about 24. I was thinking it was 24. But it's actually 22. But that's still not bad. So that was my mistake in part 1, in the first video. But that's still not bad. I mean, 22 out of 30 is not bad. You're basically looking at a B-worthy comic, as Dan Drazen looks at it. A B-worthy comic. And, to me, for him to be impressed by that, by what he considers was needed in a comic and needs more of it, the heart moments as he puts it, I do agree, comics do need that a lot. But now he does bring up a question. How does Jeffrey get free of August? My personal opinion right now is due to this whole settlement situation being still going on between Penders and Archie, Nagas basically possessing Jeffrey is just a way to get Jeffrey out of the picture for the time being. And I think everybody knows that. But I do agree with Dan here, and I think a lot of people will agree. The comic needs more of these kind of heart moments. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of them as we get close to the end of the story arc. But, Dan, I know you're watching, and you'll probably watch this when I send it to you. You have no idea what that Krazood is, what position, what role it really has now, or possibly has. But I'll let you figure that out for yourself. You probably know it by now, but it's a very interesting role, and let's just say even you might be a little bit of a what the heck kind of deal. So that's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you think down below, ladies and gentlemen. This will be in a playlist. The link will be in a playlist. So let me know what you guys think. God bless. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.